a group, and they have consented to let me start over, so you can hear my story from the beginning. Thank you for coming to our beautiful cemetery, Walnut Grove, today. It's a beautiful day, and I'm so fortunate that you came to visit me, and all of us here today. My name is Elizabeth McCutcheon. I am here with my family. My husband, James, is buried there. He was a doctor here in Boonville. And unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. And then, just about 3 months and approximately a week ago, my son, Jefferson, passed away. I must tell you, you need to be careful when you're in town. We have much strife in this community. So far, 1861 has been a very tough year. We are divided in this community. You've heard about the southern states wanting to secede from the Union, and the northern states not wanting them to. At least they have a land mass where they live. Here in Missouri, we have the same problem, except we're all in this small state together. I have a dear friend. She has been telling me of the strife here at Nelson Memorial United Methodist Church, downtown on Spring Street. You may know it. That congregation is very divided. She has been talking about this since 1844, and it just keeps getting worse and worse, till now they don't even speak. Luckily for them, the church has 2 front doors. The northern sympathizers enter in one door and sit on one side of the sanctuary. The southern sympathizers enter into the other door and sit on the other side of the sanctuary. They do not speak. I can't imagine being the minister for that congregation. I try and encourage my friend as best I can, and I keep telling her that things will eventually work out. You see, she has friends, or she had friends, in the northern sympathizers. They do not even acknowledge that she is breathing. I, on the other hand, attend the Presbyterian church, where our church is on Main Street, just across from Thespian Hall. Maybe you've seen it. We do not have the strife in our congregation because we are like-minded. We have a dear minister and his wife. We are so fortunate to have them. Not every church has a minister, you know. When they decided to come west from Virginia, their original home, our minister decided to pastor churches along the way. And before coming to Boonville, the last church he pastored was in Vicksburg, Mississippi. But we are very fortunate he is with us. We are going to host the Missouri Presbyterian meeting in 1864, just a few years from now, and I hope that we stay united. But you know, there are northern sympathizers within the presbytery, so we will find out whether we stay together. And I must say, when I go downtown, I see brawls on Main Street, brother fighting brother, whole families not speaking because of the North and the South. Our home guard tried to keep us safe. And when I was in one of the stores, the shopkeeper was telling me that Mr. Kemper, he has a school on 4th Street. He has invited young ladies from within the county to come and board at the school so they may continue their education in relative safety. I do know there has been some problems in the county, so I was very pleased to hear of his invitation. And I don't know if you've read the papers recently, but a while ago, our governor in Jefferson City proclaims that he wants Missouri to secede from the Union. I don't know what will happen if we do. I pray we don't. In June, a little over 3 months ago, I had a terrible shock. We all did in this community. For you see, federal troops came up the river. And they disembarked at Myrna, about 8 miles from Boonville. Our home guard was at Camp Bacon on the property of a family named Bacon. And the federal troops surprised our home guard, and a battle ensued. And there was a cry that went out through the town requesting that every able-bodied man come to the battlefield and help defend Boonville. Unknown to me, my son Jefferson was in that number. Jefferson and I became very close after his father died. He was only a young teenager, but He came to me and he wanted to quit school and go to work to help support our family. At the time, I was very reluctant to have him do this. I was devastated over James's death, and I knew we needed help. But you see, James and I had a dream of Jefferson attending medical school and then coming home and taking over James' practice. It wasn't to be. June 17th, when our home guard and the federal troops met at Camp Bacon. Jefferson went out to defend his town. I was told later that as he ran through the field where the fighting was occurring, he was shot in the knee. Dr. Quarles was there, and he treated Jefferson as a doctor's wife. When I heard the news, I knew there was only one thing that Dr. Quarles could do, and that was amputate Jefferson's leg, which he did. Unknown to us, to all of us, Jefferson had a condition where he didn't have good blood flow to his extremities, his hands and arms, his legs and feet. Therefore, in his amputated leg, he developed gangrene. The only thing Dr. Quarles could do, again, was amputate further up on the leg. And then Dr. Quarles was killed on the battlefield. I brought my Jeff home. I cared for him as best I could, and I loved him all I could. And then he died. On the 25th of June, a little over 3 months ago, we brought him here to this beautiful cemetery for graveside service and his internment. Our minister had such a nice service for Jeff, and I appreciated it greatly. I come here a lot because our home guard lost the battle, and now we have the federal troops in charge of everything, and they aren't very nice to us, but they don't come here to the cemetery. They ride or walk around it, but they don't come in. So I come here for solitude and to visit my family. I ask that you pray for this community and our county. I have a feeling that things are going to get much worse before they get better. And we need prayers. And I thank you for those prayers. I thank you for coming to visit my James and my Jefferson. And I thank you for coming to see me today. And I don't know if you visited with Dr. Quarles. He is right over there. You might go say hello to him.